Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm the City Witch and I'm here with a free monthly bone reading for you guys. So if you've seen one of these before and you've had a bone reading from me before, you know exactly what's going to happen, so go ahead and prepare yourself. For those of you who are new to my channel, who have never had a bone reading before, hi and welcome, and thank you very much for tuning in and for your support. All you're going to do is I am going to take a moment to connect to the bones and the spirit dice, and then I'm going to throw the dice and it's going to tell me how many questions the spirits would like to answer today. At that point, you just need to pause the video and write down on a piece of paper or a notebook or something all the questions that you have, making sure to word them so that you will get a direct yes or no answer only. If I receive any other insights during this reading, such as sights, sounds, smells, spirits whispering certain words to me, or if I get any visions or anything like that, I will relay them to you during the course of this reading. If what I relay doesn't make sense, doesn't match your situation, just remember there are hundreds of people watching this video and that specific message and omen might not have been for you. It could have been for one of them, so you can go ahead and ignore it. But if it does have meaning to you, fan-dabby-dozy. If you'd like to share with us and leave any comments or feedback, please go ahead and do that. If you'd like to ask a specific question for next time I do that, please go ahead and ask your question, only leaving initials so that I don't know exactly who you're asking about. And I will answer every question that I feel drawn to the next time I come to do one of these readings. If you'd like to book a private reading from me, all the links to do so are provided, and you can contact me via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or my email. And if you'd like to support my channel and you like what I've done here and you would like to tip me in any way, you can do that through either my Amazon wishlist or my Patreon. Both details are provided. Thank you very much for all your support, guys. I do appreciate it, and it does help me continue doing what I love to do, which is supporting the public, offering free readings, and of course my magical services. So thank you very much. So now you know how this is going to go. I'm going to take a moment to connect to the spirits and ask them to tell us how many questions they're going to be answering today. Bones are already quite lively. So here we go, a few deep breaths. I call upon my personal guides, guardians, spirits, ancestors, angels, totems, dragons and wolves, and all the spirits of the land in which I reside. I summon you here and welcome you to my side. Come forward to aid us. Enter the bones and the dice. Reveal to us the questions you would like to answer, and guide us with clarity, with clear answers, yes or no. Thank you for your guidance. Blessed be. So let's see how many questions the spirits are going to answer. So we have a 1 and we have a 3. So we have 4 questions in total today, guys. So it'll be a shorter reading. So while I'm connecting to the bones and the spirits, tuning into the energy, you can pause the video here. Then you can write down your questions, making sure to word them for yes, no answers only. As I say, if you want to ask a specific question, you can comment on the video. If you don't have 4 questions, you only have 1 or 2, that's completely fine. But if you do have 4, brilliant. Let's hope we can get some clear answers for you guys today. If you'd like to offer any feedback or, you know, opinions on this reading and what I'm doing, then please go ahead and do so. I welcome all feedback and any questions, and I'll do my best to answer your questions, guys. So I'm now connecting to the spirits, and in turn they are connecting to you guys, and through you I will be connecting to the energy of the question. So really visualize your question, visualize the situation, the emotion, the people involved, and say out loud your question now with conviction. Spirits, reveal to me the answer to question 1. Ooh, okay. So we have a yes for question 1. It's almost a runic symbol. Fur. It kind of looks like the protection rune. Protective energy, stay safe. I do feel strongly as well from this particular layout that the bones are trying to say that you need to choose yourself, prioritize yourself, and put yourself in a place of security and safety. Don't ever put yourself at risk in this situation. Make sure you fully understand it. Make sure that you've comprehended all the information and that you've done your research properly. Make sure that you've dug way deeper than surface level, and don't do anything that you feel pressurized to do so. Don't allow others to force you, push you, coerce you. Don't go for peer pressure. I feel very much that people are trying to talk you into something, encourage you down a certain path, and you're not sure if it's right for you. You're not sure if you're ready for it, in which case I think this should be held off. I will say though, the answer is a yes, and we do have a bone that chose to almost remove itself, going further away. So not a hell yes, not a strong yes, just a plain yes there. Okay, so now moving on and connecting with your second question. So again, visualize it, focus on it, really think about it, guys. And then speak it out loud with conviction, with boldness, with surety. Spirits, reveal to us the answer to question 2. Again, we have another yes here. It's almost an E. I really wanted to say F at first, but actually I feel like that was meant to be an E. So the initial E is coming through. I feel like a structure or stable ground is unstable. This kind of is almost something crumbling, falling down around you. I also get that energy of what was once safe and secure is no longer safe and secure. The place you would run to for security, for safety, for comfort is just kind of not there. It's been taken away. I kind of feel like something's crumbled as well. It could be a friendship or a relationship. I also see I'm getting images of boulders and stones like crumbling, like something collapsing in on itself. It's almost like your world, this illusion you've built has come crashing down. Like it's almost a reality check of some kind, or really seeing someone for who they really are, and you're shocked because you never knew them as that person. It's a bit of a slap in the face kind of energy for me, this. So whatever you're asking about, guys, is quite a serious situation. Definitely for me, this is, you know, even though the place you used to go to isn't safe anymore, there are other places you can turn to. There are other people you can go to. So maybe go to them instead. Maybe it's time as well to not rely so much on this person, this situation, and maybe choose to rely more upon yourself. And if it is a case of somebody has betrayed you, let you down, or revealed themselves to not be who you thought they were, and it's a bit of a reality shock, there is room for healing, there is room for growth, and there is room to rebuild this. But it's going to take hard work and dedication. I can see this being something that you can build up again from the foundations, but it will never be the same again. And don't expect it to be the same again. It will be different. So if you're asking about a broken relationship and can it be repaired, the answer is yes, but it won't be the same. So don't think it will be the same. Don't expect it to be the same, because there are a lot of things that fundamentally are not the same, that are different. When you change and go through changes and experiences, you can't expect things to be exactly as they were. If it's friendship that's broken down, or you've had an argument, yes, you will get that friendship back. Yes, it can go back on track, but I don't think you'll trust the person the same way again. Or if this is more about you betraying them and you're sorry and you're asking for forgiveness, I definitely think here the bones are trying to say that they won't trust you the same way again, and you're going to have to earn their trust back, and it's hard work and effort ahead of you. Okay, moving on to question 3. Like I said, really visualize, focus, hold that question in your mind, connect to the situation, think about the emotion, the energy, the people, and then say your question out loud now with conviction. Spirits, reveal to us the answer to question 3. Ooh, interesting. I'm getting a tree symbol here, and it is a yes, but this is a tree to me. I can literally see fruit and leaves and flowers up above. This looks like the what do you call it? The trunk, the trunk of the tree, and then the branches. This is a tree symbol to me. So trees are symbols of growth, great stability, ancient wisdom. They also can be symbols of, you know, what you put into something you know, and how much fruit it will bear depends on how much energy you've put into it. So I'm visualizing, I can see the tree in front of me. It looks like an apple tree, guys. Something to do with, you know, love, wisdom, purity. Apples have great symbolism, so I would advise looking them up. It does look like an apple tree that I can see quite very clearly in front of me. But mostly with the trunk being what the bones are symbolizing, to me, this is telling me that something is going to bear fruit, but how much fruit it will bear completely depends on how much energy and time you put into this thing, this situation, or this person, or this event that you're asking about. And the roots go deep, and the tree itself is strong, but it's whether you've nurtured it enough, whether you've loved it enough, cared for it enough, and put as much time and energy as you possibly could, or have you been that bit lazy, and is it not going quite the way you wanted? Has it grown unruly, out of control? Have you lost control of this situation, and is it not quite bearing the fruits that you thought, and are you disappointed? I feel like mostly this is a positive question you're asking about, and therefore you're receiving a positive yes answer. But for those of you out there that are kind of unsure about something, and you're kind of wondering, where's this going to go? I would say that it depends how much effort and energy you put in, and the other people involved in the situation as well. If you're the one doing all the effort and putting all the effort in, the tree itself representing the situation isn't going to bear enough fruit, because all of you should have put the effort in, the same equal effort, and it should be balanced. There should be fairness and equality. If that wasn't given, and if that wasn't done in this situation you're asking about, then it's only gonna bring you so much joy. The other thing I think this could be symbolizing as well is the potential for a relationship. Trees represent stability, the opportunity for commitment and growth in a situation. So if you're asking about something that's going slightly wrong, the answer here, or the hidden message, is you need to grow, you need to learn from this situation and really take on board the lessons being taught to you here. The other thing is you can't continue as you are, and you do need to grow and expand. That could mean going deeper, learning more, expanding your knowledge and your skill set as well. If this is career related as a question, this would definitely represent to me a stable career. It would represent a stable work environment, something that isn't going to come down crashing around you any day soon. So if you're contemplating whether you should stay where you are for the possibility of a new job, this to me is stay where you are, because it's stable and it's going to be long lasting, whereas what you want and what you're aiming for might not be, because this over here is on its own. The energy of this, actually, this bone on its own, is very much like, this is almost like a seed that's been planted and it's only just starting to bloom. So this is a possibility of something new, but this is stable, secure, already grown, already a structurally sound thing, something that has room to improve and grow and be nurtured. This is like from scratch. This is way more hard work, way more effort, the difficult route, but if you put the time and energy into this could be something more amazing than this, because you could do it right from the get-go, whereas this is almost partly formed, is what I want to say. There's a lot of messages coming through from the spirits in regards to this one, but I definitely see a tree there. Okay, and now I'm going to ask the fourth and final question. So I'm connecting to that energy. Really visualize it, guys, for me. If you need to, pause the video to change your question or to tweak it in any way. Spirits, reveal to us the answer to question 4. Ooh, okay. We have another yes. So this was flat out yeses across the board. Do I see anything? Well, the first thing that came to mind was I saw a skull. I don't know why, but I glanced at this bone here, and then I was getting a clear image of a skull in my mind. Skulls represent mortality, you know, the ending of something, the infinity of something, that how something can come to an end, or how it can continue past, beyond death and be reborn. So we think about life, death and rebirth when we see symbols of skulls, but we also think about how our lives can be fleeting and how they don't last forever, and how everything does come to an end. So for that reason, it very much connects to me for the death card in tarot. You know, it's a similar energy that, you know, something must come to an end to make room for something else, to make room for that growth and that new experience that you're supposed to have. Now, this is a yes answer, and I don't get it as being a negative based question or a bad answer. I'm seeing this symbol of a skull coming through, and it's kind of reminding you that everything comes to an end eventually. Everything needs to come to an end. That's kind of the world, you know, change is the only constant and the only thing we can expect from the world. Everything else can change and transform and move and shift and come to an end or live on past us. So for me, I'm seeing symbols of skulls here, but the answer itself is a yes. Many of the bones are touching, so it's quite a strong yes, but they're not all touching. So it's not a hell yes, it's more of a very powerful, strong yes. And that symbol of the skull is still very, very strong, guys. And that concludes today's reading. So thank you very much for choosing me to do this and tuning in and watching and sticking with me till the very end. I hope you received the answers you were looking for. And if you have any personal questions for me, please go ahead and comment on the video. If you'd like to contact me for a private reading, you know how to reach me. All of the links are there on my video. And if you would like to book any of my magical services for spell casting, please go ahead and do that. And I also have an Etsy shop as well if you'd like to purchase any handmade candles or spell ingredients or any of the bones that I forage in the wild on my walks with my lovely pet hunter, which is my lovely collie Rottweiler. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Blessed be.